Hi and welcome to today's video, and today I'm testing and reviewing a GardePro E8 2.0 Pro trail camera and solar panel. So I recently picked this up. I'm a big fan of trail cameras or garden cameras, however you like to call them, in the garden to see what wildlife we've got. And I was quite interested in this one. So it comes with a massive 64 gig SD card, full size, which is very handy. A very in-depth instruction manual showing you how to set it up. And then we've got the camera itself. Also in the box we've got a strap and a USB-C lead and an adapter. The strap's got a clicky end which is nice, so it grips it nice and tight. So we'll open up the camera, and the first thing you notice is it's of a decent size, a lot bigger than other cameras that I've used in the past. It's a nice greeny browny style colour, so hopefully it will camouflage a little bit when you put it on a tree. And we've got two antennas on the top, that's for the Wi-Fi, so we'll go into more detail in a bit. You've got the latch on the side that lifts up, peels away, and then it opens up. There's a rubber seal around the edge. So the big benefit with this one, it comes with a massive 7,800 milliamp battery. And you can charge it externally using a USB-C charger. So as I said, you've got the 64 gig SD card, it slides into the bottom, and then this adapter here is where you plug in your solar panel if you've got one, which we'll go into a little bit more detail later. So you just slide the power button to the side and then that turns it on. So it's really easy to set up. You press the menu button at the top and then you simply use your arrow keys to move up and down, click the central button to select, and then you can pick what you want it to do. So in past videos people have mentioned that they would like me to go through the settings that I like to prioritize, so I'll do that now. So you got the option of picking whether you want to do photos and videos. I prefer just doing videos. Then you need to go into your settings there so you can adjust the photo quality as well as the video quality. Again, personally, I always like to have the highest settings possible so you're getting the best quality. Then you've got features like your video length that you can change, video sound, which you also like to do. I personally prefer MP4 because it's a much easier format to share. You got your detection delay, which I always like to have as low as possible, and also the sensitivity I always like to have on high. Depending on where you've got yours located, you might want to adjust it, but again, it's all based on trial and error, so you set it up and then you just fine tune it until you get the perfect settings which are right for you. Always good to set the time and the date so you know when the footage was actually captured. And then the info strip is whether you want to have the details on the bottom of your video recordings or if you want to have them completely plain and just show the wildlife that you've caught. And then this shows you the power source as well. The first thing you need to do when you put the SD card in is it will ask you to format the SD card. So we pop it into the garden, then simply press the start button. It will give you a countdown and then you can pop it into place. So I like to place it in different parts of it in the garden. Here I've just got it on a stick and a little attachment where you put some of my different cameras, and then this will face out to some bushes at the back where I get some wildlife. So you've also got a phone app. So it's very simple. You just type in GardePro into the Google Store and then download the app. It literally takes a couple of seconds. When you start up, make sure the camera is turned on, otherwise it won't detect it. And you just have to go through a couple of settings just to link the two up. It's easier to do it if it's next to each other because then you've got no issues of the signal breaking up. And then you can click through, and then as you can see, it shows you a lot of settings. It shows you your battery. You've got a live camera, so whilst it's in the garden, you can click on it and see what's going on. And you can also go into your settings, so all the adjustments that we did on the camera itself, you can do remotely. and then you can go into your live picture feed here, and then you can also go into your gallery. So you can go through without having to take the SD card out and then play back any videos that you've recorded and see what's been going on in the night or the day. I personally find it easy just to remove the SD card and pop it into my computer. Then the folder pops open on your computer. You just open this, open the media, and then these are all your files. So I've set mine just to do videos, but if you've done photos as well, it will mix the two in between. And then you just click on them, open them up, and then you can have them big screen and do whatever editing or converting that you want. Picture quality is good, and the sound quality is very good as well. It does pick up a lot of sound and can be quite loud. If we look at the file size too, these are only set to 1 minute recordings, but as you can see, they're not massive files considering they're recording in 2K. They're relatively small to what I was expecting. So the battery life's a massive positive on this. So it's been in the garden for around about a week, and as you can see, I'm on 85%, which is pretty good to be fair. Now we'll take a look at the solar panel. So it comes with a very long wire to plug in. So it plugs into the bottom. It's got a rubber connection at the bottom as well, which keeps it watertight. And now you can see a little symbol next to it saying the battery's on charge. So we'll lock it back up and then we'll leave it there to do its recording. Obviously it needs to be out somewhere in the sunlight. I'm pretty sure daylight does the same thing as well. But I'll come back to it a couple of days later, open it up, get to the main menu, and as you can see, I'm on 100%. So the charging power is pretty good. So my final thoughts, I've had many different trail cams in the past. Most of the ones that I get are specifically with the solar panel on the top of them and take 4 AA batteries. The ones which are specifically battery powered normally require 8 AA batteries. So the fact that this has got a massive 7800 mAh battery installed is a massive bonus. As I showed, I used it for a week and it dropped 15%, and then when I plugged the solar panel in, after a couple of days it took to 100%. So there's a good chance that this is not going to need charging for a long time. Maybe during the winter when the days are dark, it may not charge as well, but that's when the massive battery is going to kick in, and I'd be surprised if you didn't get a good few weeks worth of use out of it. So it's a nice camera. I've had good footage in daytime and nighttime. The sound quality is very good and very loud. The wireless antennas work well. I can sit inside my house with the doors closed and I can easily use it remotely. And I have got a relatively long garden, so it is a bit of a distance to the back. I'm happy with the camera. I'd recommend the camera on its own, but if the solar panel's in your budget as well, I'd definitely recommend that as well. So overall, it's a good camera. It's recorded some good footage, and I'm not going to worry about constantly checking it every week in case the batteries have run out, because this is going to last a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about it, please leave it in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.